Hey, what is up everybody? It is the True Epic Gamer here, back with another UFO 50 guide, this time going over Mortol. Now, for those of you guys who have not been watching my previous videos, this is part 3 and today we'll be covering level 2B and level 2C. So if you guys are looking for the first 4 levels, I already have 2 previous videos covering those, and we're going to be covering 2 levels per video. With that being said, let's go right ahead and dive into level 2B. Now, the first thing I want to explain with this level is you're going to notice I'm going to move to the far right, and it seems like it's for nothing, but it's actually just so we can move our spaceship at the top left. We need to move it over enough to where we can just glide on top of this platform, and we don't have to worry about building any type of structure. You'll also notice when I arrow to the side, I go ahead and explode, that way I ignite this flame over here, and you actually could have taken out the pig with the explosion, it just wasn't lined up properly that time. Also, as you guys can see, if you arrow into those little traps, they actually light on fire, and it's almost always worth it because it counts as 3 kills. Nothing too special at this part, just keep lighting yourself on fire, taking out the enemies. You notice for some reason I missed the water right there, but you get the idea. You just light these enemies on fire and jump in the water so that way you don't burn yourself up. And then same thing here, just lighting fires, jumping in the water. Now as you see, whenever we run over here, jump, make sure you take out this trap with an arrow, and then you'll be good. You'll be able to jump high enough to climb up. Nothing special going on at this part, just don't light yourself on fire, because if you do, you'll take out those platforms and you won't be able to reach high enough. Now right here, you actually want to light yourself on fire so you can take out these enemies, jump in the water, come down here. If you do this the right way, you can blow up these fish at the same time as blowing up this structure. It just was going to be too annoying and tedious, so I just went ahead and took it out with just that single fish. Now, the idea with this brick wall is that you want to blow it up where you can get through, but you don't want to blow up that bottom brick because you don't want that platform to disappear. As you can see, if you leave that platform there, you'll be able to get that +3 lives. Now, moving along here, try not to light yourself on fire just yet, but if you do light yourself on fire, just take off running, because at the end of this, we're going to want to be on fire anyway. Take out these 2 pigs, arrow forward, and you're good to go. Make sure that before you get rid of the water here, you just cross over, grab these 3 lives. Next up, you're just going to the bottom, blow up those bricks, because now you do want the water to go away. And you can blow up the fish with you, but either way, you're going to kill the fish after you get rid of the water. Next thing, you're going to want to light yourself on fire and try and time the arrow when you're going down, so that way you'll get rid of all those little blocks. Take your time here, make sure you don't get taken out by any basic traps. Once you get here, just blow up, take out the pig with you. You're going to want to light yourself on fire, go to the bottom, and as you learned from the beginning of the level, you can take out those little traps just by lighting them on fire. Go down there and grab your free +3 lives. Now when you hit this little switch here and you're getting rid of the water, make sure you stop and just line it up with those blocks. You're going to want it to be that way, you'll see in a second why. Obviously don't just jump right on top of a pig the way that I did, but you do want to light yourself on fire here. Take this out, go ahead and jump in the water. And as you can see, after you grab this +3, since we left the water at that level, then we're able to just walk right through these spikes. Now you're reaching the end of the level here. I recommend just staying up here and waiting for the flames. As you can see, it just slowly gets near you, and once it gets too close and you're about to light yourself on fire, just jump over, land on one of these platforms, and take your time here. It's pretty simple, just walk through, grab your +10, and you are good to go. That was actually a +21 run on my screen, and as you guys seen, I had plenty of flaws in there, so you guys definitely should be able to get around that +20 pretty easily. Now, moving on to level 2C, this is where things start to just get really annoying, really obnoxious, and I'm going to do my best to just break it down for you guys. Right here at the beginning, you just let that guy blow up once, then when he's on his way back down, blow up 2 enemies. There's a secret +3 lives right there. Pretty simple. It's really the end of this level that's really quite annoying. Nothing too crazy here, just let these little roly-poly-olies blow up the path for you. Take your time, make sure they don't crush you right here. Now, as you can see in this water part right here, you're going to want to get through it pretty quick because he's actually going to blow up those bricks at the bottom and drain out all the water, taking away your path. Right there, when you ignite that flame, just take out a couple of enemies if you can. And then once you do this, come back up, arrow that trap. That way you can get those extra kills. And I recommend just taking the top path here. That way you don't have to worry about getting crushed. Now, as you guys can see at this part, we've got that big dinosaur guy at the bottom. You just want to jump up, blow up this path. That way, when the next little roly-poly guy drops, he's going to go right down there and take out the big fella, and you can get that +3 for free. It really doesn't matter where you blow up those bricks, just make sure you blow them up and watch that guy just fall right in there and do the dirty work for you. Now, at this part, just drop a little stone there to where this guy will get stuck. That'll be enough weight to get you down. Make sure that you just kind of let him go so that way you don't run into him. Just stay out of everybody's way, you know, make your way forward. Take your time with all these jumps. You don't want to waste any lives on anything you don't have to. Now this part, I'm not sure, there may be a better way to do it, but the best way I could figure out was just building a couple of little steps here. It takes 2 lives. I honestly think that might be the best way to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments if you know a better way. And then this part, you're going to have to waste another 2, but obviously you're getting 5, so it's definitely worth it. Just make sure when you jump, you fall down a little bit before you hit the arrow. That way you ensure that you can jump high enough to reach the platform that you leave behind. Now we're starting to get into the part where they're giving you a little bit of a teaser of how the end of the level is going to be. Still nothing too difficult here though, just pay attention to the top of the screen. Make sure nothing's just going to land right on top of your head. Now you guys see that +3 lives all the way on the far right. We're actually going to arrow into it. I happen to take out both these enemies, but if you don't, it's no worry. Just make sure you get them, and then make sure you glide on the top. It just makes everything a lot easier. You need a really short jump there to get through those spikes. If you jump even the slightest bit too high, you're gonna die on the spikes, so just take it easy there. Now we're at the really annoying part of the level. I recommend in basically every part of this level, just let the little roly-polies blow up everything that they're gonna blow up, and then just see what platforms are left and go with that. If you try and rush through this part, you're gonna wind up dying a lot more than you want to, just because there's so much going on. So just take your time, stand on the platforms, wait until they've blown up everything that they're gonna blow up. As you can see, it looks like it was done, but then there you go, they took out one more platform for me. And then they're never gonna take out that brick wall, so just make sure whenever you blow it up, try and take out some enemies at the same time. Once again, we moved on to our next platform. We just stand here, we see what's gonna happen, see what's gonna blow up, and obviously pay attention if you're too close. Don't let yourself get blown up. And I'm sure that there are a lot of ways to get more lives here at the end, because if there's any point where you can blow up 4 enemies at once, then you're gaining lives, you're not losing. But like I said, I'm not too worried about getting it perfect here. I'm just taking my time, trying not to die too much. However, at this part here, I've decided that the best way to do it is just light yourself on fire and run through the enemies and just blow up the bricks in your way and then glide down. It's only costing you 1 life, and it just helps you get through all those enemies without much of a challenge at all. And that was a +21 run. Clearly a few spots where I could have got a couple more lives, but I'm very happy with that. And hopefully that helps you guys get 1 step closer to beating the game, or 1 step closer to getting that cherry. We are extremely close to 1,000 subscribers. If you guys did find this video helpful or you enjoy any of my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are getting so close. I'll continue to work on these guides. We should have 2 more parts to Mortal because we've got 4 levels left to cover. I'll be sure to get those out as quick as I can. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, peace.